out of the ones that I am going to show you in this video, these guys are probably the closest in terms of what they do to trading 212. So you probably heard Trading 212 are not opening new accounts right now. And if you go onto their website, you've probably come across this screen right here. Yes, you've got to give them your email address and they will then inform you when they're ready to open your account. And don't get me wrong, guys, this is being for good reason. This isn't a takedown of Trading 212 or anything like that. They were simply just overwhelmed with the influx of new account requests that they got because of the whole GameStop AMC saga, which is essentially going to come to an end this week. So it's something that they're just taking a little bit of time just to deal with the backlog, and then they'll be back to usual, I hope, or that is at least what is expected. But in the meantime, if you are a first-time investor or you're looking to open a new brokerage account, you're looking for a new broker, Trading 212 at the moment isn't an option that will give you an account immediately. So you've got to wait. So if you're looking for alternatives, this video is for you. I'm going to walk you through a number of alternatives that you can use to get you on the road to investing right now. All right, so now before we get stuck into this, because I'm going to be on my computer for this video, just to let you know that some of these options will be paid options, some of them are going to be free options. And I get all the time in the comments people saying, well, I'm not going to use these guys because they're not free. And I think we need to be a little bit careful looking at cost as the main reason why you would select an investment app. I mean, let's really think about what we're doing here, guys. We are investing our money into the stock market. Paying a fee to do so is not the end of the world. The question is the fee, in your opinion, fair for the service and the facility that they're going to provide you? And the reason why I say that is because you essentially get what you pay for. Just look at Robinhood last week. Free service, stop people from buying GME and AMC shares. It's a free service. So you can't really complain because at the end of the day, it is a free service. Trading 212 at the moment are not opening new accounts because it is a free service. They're not making any money off the ISA and the invest accounts. So when things like this happen and they get a huge influx of account requests because it is free, they're unable to cope with it. So guys, you do get what you pay for. The question is, do you see value in the amount that they are asking you to pay for their service? The question as well is, would you work for free? If the answer to that is no, then you should have no problem at all paying for a service that you require and that you need. And I've had coaching calls with people and discovery calls with people who are saying, you know, I don't want to pay any fees whatsoever. Well, I don't work for free either. So, you know, we have to be mindful that sometimes it is worthwhile paying for something, but also just be mindful that, yeah, free things are good, but not all the time. So the first one that I'm going to walk you through is a paid service. Some of these guys that I'm going to talk you through today, I have reviewed. This one I have actually reviewed. I reviewed, I think, last week. This is Fineco Bank. And Fineco Bank is essentially a bank that allows you to invest and trade from one account. Now, there are some advantages to that because it means that if you close a position, you haven't got to wait for the money to be in transit to hit your account. It's going to be in your account because your bank account is actually attached to it. So there's a lot more speed in there. And these guys actually give you the ability to have access to stock screeners. It gives you access to the US and the UK, European markets as well. It's really, really good as a tool if you want to keep things simple and keep things in one place. I also mentioned that they also have an account which has multiple currencies tagged to it. So if you wanted to access the Canadian markets and trade in the Canadian dollar, you can do that as well. Same thing if you're looking to trade in the USD. You can also trade in the USD because you've got that currency tagged to your account as well. So Fineco is the first one. However, it is paid. So I'm just going to show you very, very quickly the fees that you have to pay if you're looking to access stocks with them directly. So if you're looking to access US, Europe stocks and ETFs, it's $3.94 per trade. And if you want to access UK shares and ETFs, it's £2.95 per trade. Now, obviously, they do a lot more. You can have CFDs in here, futures. You can trade indices as well. FX, so foreign exchange. You can trade those as well. But those are the fees specifically. They are worthwhile having a look at. So again, go and check out that review video right there. It gives you a full review, and what they do is that sets them apart. They are not like trading 212. You've got a lot more functionality. You've got a lot more research capabilities, all built in for free with Fineco Bank. But this is the first option that I thought is appropriate and one that could step in to take the place of trading 212 if you're looking for a brokerage right now and you want to start investing because you've spotted a few companies. This is a perfect way for you to begin. The second option that I want to talk about is one that I've not actually done an exclusive review for just yet. I did a review where I compared them to Trading 212. And in honesty, out of the ones that I am going to show you in this video, these guys are probably the closest in terms of what they do to Trading 212. So they are called free trade. Again, you can invest commission free. And with these guys, you can actually access fractional shares. So again, you can buy fractional shares with Trading 212. They've got a commitment here, invest for free forever, so commission free, unlimited instant trades as well. Now, you can access ETFs, investment trusts, and you can access the US and the UK market. So the two markets that you're probably concerned about the most, you can access here. Now, I do speak to a lot of other YouTubers, and one of the biggest comments that I get on my videos when I talk about Trading 212 is the fact that, well, their customer service is really, really rubbish. I get that all the time. And my response to that is, well, it's a free service. They're not making any money. So how do you expect them to then allocate a call center to deal with questions and complaints and queries if they're not physically making any money? So one thing to bear in mind when it comes to Trading 212, however, I do speak to YouTubers and I know a few YouTubers who talk about free trade regularly, and they really swear by their customer support. And you've got it right there, friendly, fast customer support. Apparently it's real humans as well, the no bots. I'm going to be doing a review on these guys fairly shortly, so that'll be something that I will be checking out myself. One thing that is definitely worthwhile bearing in mind with these guys is, look, this is free to an extent. It's not entirely free. So you can have a general investment account, which is completely free. But when you get into things like your stocks and shares ISAs, you're going to start paying fees. So it's £3 a month for a stocks and shares ISA account. Now, where's the value in this? Obviously, general investment account, you're going to be subject to dividend tax, capital gains tax, income tax. So yeah, it's okay, but you're paying tax. With the stocks and shares ISA, if you've watched this account for much time at all, you will know that I always say stocks and shares ISAs, or ISAs generally, are the first place that you should start, because tax efficiency first, really important. So you won't have to pay capital gains tax, you won't have to pay income tax or dividends tax on any of your gains. For £3 a month, is that valuable? For £36 a year, is that valuable? Is that value to you? That's the question. If you want to invest in an ISA and not pay any tax, that is the price. So is there a transfer of value in that transaction? I would argue to say yes. You can also have the Free Trade Plus account here, which interestingly, and I didn't know about this, it's completely new, just finding this out, 3% interest on cash. So when I do a review, that's something I am going to be paying attention to. That's $9.99 per month. And they've also got a free trade SIP as well, which is currently, you have to join a waiting list for them to inform you when they launch this. But again, that is $9.99 per month. Now, when you download this app, you will get a free share. And if you get your friend to join, you also get a free share as well. There'll be a link in the description to these guys. So this is very much like Trading 212, almost like a direct competitor in terms of what they do and how they operate. But this is a paid option. You do have a free element to it, though. Right, so the third option that I have for you here is one that I've also done a review for. They are called Stake. You can go and watch this video right here for a full review of what they have to offer. But Stake is very different to Free Trade, to Fineco Bank, and also to Trading 212 in the fact that you can only use them to access the US market. They are US market specialists. You can directly trade over 3,800 US stocks and ETFs from here in the UK. And look, if you are the kind of person that doesn't really pay much attention to the UK markets, and there is an argument why you should, because diversification, but most of the big companies, tech companies that most people are talking about are in the States, then this isn't going to be too much of an issue for you. They don't have an ISA right now. That is something that's in the pipeline to come down the road a bit later on. But one of the big things that I do like about this app is the fact that they have analyst ratings. And if you're a first-time investor trying to research stock, well, there are a multitude of things that you need to consider. And analyst ratings can help you arrive at a decision either to give you confirmation about what you're thinking about a company or to contradict your thinking as well, to be fair, around whether you think a company is a good buy or not. And analyst ratings give you an indication of whether a company, from an industry point of view, sentiment-wise, is a buy, a hold, or a sell. That is a powerful tool to have. Now, it's not completely free. That is now part of their Black account, which I believe is £10 per month. So again, is it good value for you? If you're trying to pick stocks and you really want to make the best decision possible, the analyst ratings alongside some of the financials and the news that you get within the app could be worthwhile you spending that money to make sure that you buy the best companies with confidence that you've made the best decision possible for you, given the information that you have access to, and hopefully, as a result of that, make more money. So £10 per month to get information, intelligence to help you make the best decision. Is that fair value? Only you can answer that question, but Stake is the third option that you can use in place of Trading 212. And last but certainly not least, we have Etoro. Now, Etoro is very, very different to everyone else that I've mentioned here, only in the fact that you can actually invest in stocks, you can invest in cryptocurrencies, and you can actually trade from one place as well. I am going to be doing a review on these guys because for first-time investors or traders, you also have the ability to be able to copy trade and use other people as examples of maybe how you would actually get started. That can be fraught with risk of its own, and it's something I will cover in a proper video looking at them. But it is worthwhile bearing in mind that this is their website right here. And look, you can access stocks and ETFs. It is commission free, so completely commission free. You can trade and buy cryptocurrencies, and you've also got the CFD trading side of things as well. And it's all in one place. So I haven't done a review for this. It is one that I am going to be doing. Well, actually, I have done a video, but I probably need to update it and talk a little bit more about some of the other stuff that they actually do. But that will be a video that will come a bit later on. But yeah, it's 100% stocks, no commissions. So in terms of parity with Trading 212, it's pretty much identical. We've got a mixture of things right there in this review, a couple of paid ones, a couple of free ones. Well, actually, no, we've had, well, Fineco's paid, Free Trade is also paid as well for some of the accounts that they have in there. Stake is a paid account for access to the analyst ratings and the financials, the research, the news, that kind of stuff. You got Etoro, which is completely free. But guys, I hope that you found this useful. We don't know when Trading 212 are going to be up to date with the applications. Ironically, this is Friday. They might actually announce this morning before this video goes live that they are now opening new accounts, in which case you may not actually need to watch this, but you may find this useful if you've been taken aback slightly by the fact that you weren't able to buy GME stocks and AMC stocks for a while. You may be seeking for a different kind of broker. I know for a fact that Etoro Stake did not limit or stop people from buying those stocks. So if that is important to you, then that may be a consideration. But please do let me know whether this was useful in the comments below. I appreciate every single one of you for spending time with me on this Friday evening. Don't forget, we have a YouTube live this Sunday at 9:30. I'm thankful that I remember this because I forget all of the time. So if you do have questions, you want to interact with me one-on-one, come along on Sunday evening, 9 p.m. We typically spend about an hour and a half roughly. The more of you join, the better. The last time we had about 150 people. So let's try and get these numbers up. But you can ask me a question directly. I will answer you directly. If you've not listened to the podcast this week, definitely go and listen to it right there. Remember, money is a tool. Life is for living. I will see you on Sunday.